Hi everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that many new parents are curious about: how to prevent flathead syndrome in newborns. If you've noticed that babies seem to develop flat spots on their heads sometimes, you're not alone in wondering how to avoid it. It's a common concern, but the good news is that it's not only manageable but also preventable with the right steps. Let's start by understanding what flathead syndrome is. The medical term for it is positional plagiocephaly, and it occurs when a flat spot develops on the back or side of a baby's head. This typically happens when babies spend extended periods in the same position, as their skulls are soft and flexible during their first few months of life. Babies' heads are designed this way to make the birthing process easier and to allow their brains to grow rapidly. However, this flexibility also means that their heads are susceptible to flattening if pressure is applied to the same area over time. One thing to note is that flathead syndrome is largely a cosmetic issue. It doesn't affect a baby's brain development or overall health, which is reassuring. But since every parent wants their baby to grow up happy and healthy, taking steps to prevent it is definitely worth the effort. Now, you might be wondering, if lying on their back contributes to flathead syndrome, should you stop putting your baby to sleep in that position? The answer is absolutely not. Back sleeping is the safest sleep position for infants because it significantly reduces the risk of sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS. The Back to Sleep campaign, now known as a Safe to Sleep, has saved countless lives by emphasizing the importance of this sleep position. But the good news is that you can still follow this recommendation while taking steps to prevent flathead syndrome. Let's talk about how. One of the most effective ways to prevent flathead syndrome is to incorporate tummy time into your baby's daily routine. Tummy time is when you place your baby on their stomach while they're awake and supervised. It's an essential activity because it strengthens the muscles in your baby's neck, shoulders, and upper back, helping them develop the motor skills they'll need to roll over, sit up, and crawl. More importantly, it gives the back of their head a break from constant pressure. You can start tummy time as soon as your baby comes home from the hospital. At first, your baby might only tolerate it for a minute or two, but that's okay. Gradually increase the duration as your baby grows stronger. Try to make tummy time enjoyable by lying down on the floor with them, placing colorful toys within their reach, or using a mirror to catch their attention. If your baby fusses, don't give up. Start with very short sessions and gradually increase them. Even a few minutes at a time can make a big difference over the course of a day. Another effective strategy is to vary your baby's sleeping position without compromising their safety. Although your baby should always sleep on their back, you can gently adjust the direction they face while in their crib. For example, place their head at one end of the crib one night and then switch to the opposite end the next night. Babies naturally tend to turn their heads toward the room or light, so alternating their position helps distribute pressure evenly on their skull. Visual stimulation can also encourage your baby to look in different directions. Hanging a colorful mobile above their crib or placing a soft toy near the side you want them to turn toward can help. These small adjustments go a long way in ensuring that no single part of your baby's head is subjected to prolonged pressure. Let's talk about another common culprit: car seats, swings, and bouncers. While these devices are incredibly convenient for parents and provide a safe place for your baby to rest, they can contribute to flathead syndrome if used for extended periods. The hard, curved surfaces of these items can apply consistent pressure to the same spot on your baby's head. To avoid this, try to limit your baby's time in these devices when they're not in the car. Instead, opt for alternatives like baby wearing or supervised floor play. Baby wearing is not only practical, but also beneficial for your baby's development. Using a baby carrier allows your baby to stay upright, giving their head a break from lying flat. It also promotes bonding and keeps your hands free, which is a win-win for busy parents. Another great alternative is placing your baby on a soft playmat or blanket on the floor. This allows them to move freely and explore their surroundings, which is excellent for their physical and cognitive development. Playtime is another opportunity to prevent flathead syndrome. During playtime, try to change your baby's position frequently. For instance, you can place them on their side, or even prop them up in a seated position once they're old enough to hold their head steady. These different positions not only give the back of their head a break, but also help them develop stronger muscles and better coordination. Incorporating toys or mirrors that encourage your baby to turn their head in different directions can make playtime more engaging and beneficial. It's also essential to keep an eye on your baby's head shape. As a parent, you're the first to notice any changes in your baby's appearance. If you see a flat spot developing or feel concerned about their head shape, don't hesitate to bring it up with your pediatrician. In most cases, simple interventions like the ones we've discussed are enough to address the issue. However, in more severe cases, your doctor might recommend additional measures, such as physical therapy or a special helmet designed to reshape the skull. Remember, early intervention is key, so trust your instincts and seek advice if needed. As your baby grows, reaching developmental milestones like sitting up and crawling will naturally reduce the risk of flat head syndrome. These activities decrease the amount of time your baby spends lying on their back and encourage them to use different muscles and positions. Providing plenty of support and supervision as they practice these new skills will ensure they're safe and comfortable while exploring their world. Now, let's recap what we've covered. Flat head syndrome, or positional plagiocephaly, is a condition where a baby's head develops a flat spot due to prolonged pressure on one area. It's usually a cosmetic issue and doesn't affect brain development, but prevention is still important. Incorporating tummy time into your baby's daily routine is one of the best ways to prevent flat head syndrome. Adjusting your baby's sleeping position, limiting time in car seats and swings, and providing varied playtime positions are also effective strategies. Monitoring your baby's head shape and consulting a pediatrician if needed ensures that you address any concerns early on. Preventing flat head syndrome is all about balance. By following these tips, you can protect your baby's head shape while supporting their overall development. Every baby is unique, and it's important to find what works best for you and your little one. Most importantly, cherish these moments with your baby. They grow up so fast, and every stage of their development is a precious milestone. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share it with other parents who might benefit from these tips. If you have any questions or your own tips to share, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care and give your little one a big hug from me.